Hello, welcome back to Bald and Bored Games. I'm Bald.
I'm bored.
And he is back from Japan, but he still speaks English, oddly enough. I assumed he'd come back with some sort of accent. He was there for so long. I don't know what Japanese accent
It's too hard of a
would
language
be.
to learn, so I just use my phone to tell me what everything said.
You don't have like the osmosis sort of thing where when you're talking to someone, you'd like just kind of naturally
In Europe,
adopt
Yeah,
a
like,
slight
in
accent.
Italy, because of I kind of have an Italian accent for certain words anyway.
Do you?
Like Italian words, it'll come out like cabago, and with a hint.
Of course, cabago's
can I say that?
Oh, okay.
Or prosciutto. But now, with Japan,
Italian panhandler.
yeah, with Japan, I never really caught on because I didn't understand what they were saying most of the time.
Yeah, that's true. Oh man.
There was sumimasen, which means excuse me in Japanese. So if you're on the train, you got to get through or whatever. There was times I went to say it and I felt like I was gonna say it with a Japanese accent. No, with a Japanese accent accidentally. Yeah, because I could hear other people say it, and I would try to replicate what they say to be respectful more than anything to make sure I said it right. And then I'm like, that might be worse. Right. To say it like a Japanese person.
Is it cultural appropriation if you appropriate their accent?
Yeah, I don't know. Probably. Someone would get offended.
Or is it just racist? Yeah. I mean, they may not. I don't know. I mean, because I'm sure they have plenty of people who are from America or Europe in some way who end up living out there who adopt that accent while speaking a language. And I think to say it properly, you probably have to adopt the accent in some way, or you probably sound too proper.
That's true. And the Japanese people I talked to who spoke a little English did have a very Japanese accent on their English.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say that they went into a full on Dave Chappelle's white person voice.
No.
Oh, excuse me, sir.
The one worker at Coyote Ugly that spoke English because she's been here before multiple times. She used to date an English dude or American who spoke English. And
we don't all.
Her English was amazing.
Nice.
It sounded just like she was from America.
Nice.
But most other people, they only knew handful of words from customer interactions.
Yeah.
So they would know if I said vodka soda, they knew exactly what that meant.
Yeah.
But if you said full sentence, not related to a menu, they would have no idea.
Right. It makes sense. To be fair, I think most people who grow up in other countries know more than one language, at least, or two or three usually.
Yeah.
So really, Americans are the dumb ones.
Oh, we are.
So
a lot of Europeans know 3 to 5.
We know America. Yeah, which makes sense because they're so close to other cultures where literally our entire continent that we're on, North America, we have no
3 languages.
Yeah, but
we only speak one of the 3.
That's my point, though. There's only 3.
That's true.
And then within the U.S., there's predominantly 1. The second probably being Spanish in the U.S.
Yeah, near the borders.
And then even that, they're okay, so Spanish going down towards Mexico and stuff. Different versions of Spanish for sure.
That's true, Florida Spanish versus our Spanish.
But where if you're in Europe, you're surrounded by so many different cultures in such close proximity that it behooves you to learn multiple languages.
Yeah,
and probably around it more. So anyway, we're not here for that. We are here for Pillars of Heracles.
Yes, I've been talking about this game for months. It got shipped right before I left, and I think it arrived the day before I left. We didn't have time to do a box opening and everything. So we're going to do an unboxing for you right now. This is on YouTube. And then if you were live on Twitch when we did it, we'll be doing a rulebook rundown and a full playthrough here at the beginning of May. Yeah. If you are just watching this on YouTube, check out those videos next.
Yeah, and so before you get on us in the comments, everyone who if we play it wrong, you just found out that we're learning how to play this, and then we're going to jump right into the gameplay. Yeah. So
I think this one will be simpler than a lot because it's worker placement.
I don't care. I think it's funny. It's content. Please keep yelling at us in the comments about us playing the game. So long it's only more interactions for us for the algorithm.
That's true.
So we'll save that for last.
No, go for it.
You want to do this first?
Yeah.
All right.
Because we have no idea what these do.
The miniatures pack. Well, these are definitely miniature people.
You don't know the people. They could be boats.
Could be. Ready for that?
Dun dun dun. Cool box coloring.
Yeah. It's the same as the other one, but this one is
I do this wrong every time. This is the Parthenon, not the Pantheon, in Greece.
Is it?
Yeah, because Pantheon is in Rome.
Oh, okay.
Parthenon's in Greece. I do this every time in my head. I'm like, which one's which?
Colored minis.
Oh yeah, I bought the Epic version, so it should have all of the nicest things, and that looks like it's a dual layer tray.
It does, doesn't it?
I'm like, there's no way it's just that.
Bum,
Yeah.
bum, 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 bum.
More. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, those are minis.
Oh, there's okay. So you have the Sun Drop minis. So thank you, Waken Realms, for making that popular because every game does it now, and I think it makes minis so much more fun.
I don't remember ordering that, but I probably was part of the Epic version.
Probably. I mean,
I ordered it so long ago, and I'm like, here, just have my money. I want the game.
Well, they only did it on these right here.
That's all I would want them
rest,
to do.
They're not so. But there's a lot of little minis in here. Like there's.
So those are the Parthenons.
That looks like the Pantheon, but the Parthenon.
Yeah. But yeah, so if you're not unaware of this game, Pillars of Heracles, I backed this sometime last year. It's a war game, so up Nick and I's alley. And we really only have 3 big war games. We have our Game of Thrones war game, which we haven't even got to the table yet.
Yeah.
We need friends for that one. We have Successors, which is one of my favorite games ever.
Yeah.
Which we played a few times on stream, sometimes off stream. Which is After Alexander the Great dies. And then we have, actually, no, we don't even have it anymore.
We have Scythe, which is
we have
another
Scythe. I was thinking
war game,
Risk. I'm like, we played Risk, obviously. Who has
we don't have Risk.
But we don't need Risk. But yeah, Scythe. So we're like, we need more war games. Oh, Other Side of the Hill was the other one I was thinking of.
There you go, yeah. That's a big boy war game.
Yeah. So this is back to a war game that you can play in an easy sitting. So it's projected at 90 minutes to 2 hours, where you can just sit down, you play through it, you have a round tracker, and you just kind of enjoy it. Where some of these other ones take 4+ hours. So this should be a quicker game, but knowing Nick and I, probably not.
Probably not. The plastic smell.
And somehow these got like...
I know, so I'm adjusting. So these are like little characters here. So we have a red character. There's a yellow.
Yeah.
Blue, green, yellow.
So we have our 3 characters.
I honestly like the vibrancy of the characters. It just makes it a little bit more fun. You have your ships down here as well. So just long boats. Guns? No guns.
He didn't get the reference.
Huh?
It's Lafayette's song from Hamilton. Guns and ships.
I don't think that's the right lyric.
Guns and Ships is literally the name of the song.
Is it called? The name of the song?
100%.
Oh, okay, I believe.
I know that soundtrack by heart.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We have a guard here.
Yeah, it looks like guard. Oh yeah, the same at top and bottom. So it looks like we have 6. These are gonna be insert name here. Hold on, I know this from Civilization. Legites, I think is the name of this specific thing.
There we go.
I think it's Legites for this era of Greece.
We'll
find out in the rulebook. But
I was looking at these earlier. So
ships.
Here we have some sort of like a town or something that has like a wall around it. The blue one's a little hard to see on screen. Maybe yellow's a little better. They're very, very small. I zoomed in all the way around it.
Okay.
Yeah, they're very, very small.
Well, it looks like here. I like how something goes here.
Well, like these are all.
Those might be neutral.
Yeah.
Like we have our own. So if we look at blue though, this is definitely.
Oh, there's probably a token because it's curved. So it's probably a little like a round token that goes into that probably.
Cool. Maybe like to upgrade or something.
Little pillars.
Pillars.
Here.
7 of those.
We have some other buildings here.
That also looks like it has potential. A slot in the center.
There's a game I've contemplated getting that I didn't get when it came out. That at some point I made snag. Oh, interesting. And it's what is it? Crap. It's a polyomino game, but you're building like
It's not monogamous?
No. What? No. Oh, God. Yeah. God. No. It's
like, what?
Foundation. Almost made me forget it again. Foundations of Rome. And so like you have a board and you're putting your own like buildings in there in like a polyomino style to like get points on the board. And like you're literally all putting on this one city you're building buildings.
I love that. Yeah.
And the box is huge. Like it's a fairing guard size.
Nice.
Cool.
So yeah, so we have tons of minis. Again, we'll be doing the rulebook. That's fine for now. No, it's not.
Goes on the bottom.
Yeah, I know. I realized that afterwards. After I set it on my own. You can just take those out for now, I guess. So we'll be doing a rulebook rundown directly after this live on stream to figure out what the purpose of all these are.
Yeah.
I'm still getting back to his New York timeline.
His mouth is still.
I'm not even in New York.
No.
We're in LA. LA
Damn.
timeline. All right. So now the actual box. Let's put this here.
Coup de grace.
Rules of play. Oh, she's thick.
Yeah, she is.
30 pages.
That's gonna be a rulebook rundown for sure.
Woo!
That's wordy too.
I do like.
Nice.
I love that.
Yep.
That's the Steve thing. I love how they lay out the components into pieces like that.
Yep.
But I like how sections are nicely laid out, very clearly. Here's what you do.
In the front, is there a table of contents?
No.
In the back, maybe.
This is game end. This is solo play, isn't it?
Yeah. All right. Well, one misstep.
No, solo play.
No, for like a table of contents. Oh. Like you can just like jump right to the page.
Well, I'm assuming there might be player aids though, so it might not be necessary.
Yeah. Journey through archaic age. Interesting. So the world pillars of Heracles. Step into the archaic age where the modest elements grew into mighty city-states under the gaze of gods. So a historical prelude. So this might just be history about the land.
Oh, it is.
Like actual history.
And I love this. I'm a huge history fan.
I mean, we can read this in the rule rundown. It's not long at all to give the backstory.
Did it say Thanos?
That's dope.
No, Titans.
With Thanos.
I was so cute. I was like, what?
Yeah, Marvel?
Yeah.
Cool. Artwork is awesome. So cool. Oh, there's a Trojan horse.
Yeah. You have the different wonders and some of the things.
I see this and I think of your stupid trivia.
Is it David?
Yeah. That's not the David, but that's a reminder.
No, that is Colossus of Rhodes.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said. It's not David. Some punch outs.
Yeah, so we got a bunch of punch outs here, and we're still super zoomed in. We're not. Now we are.
No.
So we'll start here. Boom, boom.
Get that out of the way.
Yeah, nice. All right, so it looks like we have like different areas. So Larissa, Phoenicia.
There's no one in that name. Phokaya.
No, successors.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, it's the same place on Earth. Rhodes and Miletos. Nice. A bunch of little punch outs, a timer, some other stuff.
Backside is oh, it's different on the backside, yeah.
So you shuffle them maybe and deal them out.
Who knows?
I like that.
Yeah, Taurus, Surukusai,
yeah. City of Innovation.
Tarsos, and Massalia.
Nice.
Massalia, my bad.
This is Mediterranean on that. Aegean side and the Mediterranean side.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Sweet.
We have a bunch of people here. So it looks like we have 10 of them. A bunch of the different kings and gods and queens and things.
This is where they go over in our little historical thing here. It's like they had the people.
Yeah.
City-states. The monuments. So heroes of legend.
Would probably be some of these.
So these are heroes of legend.
The backs are just blank. Or basic. All right. We have some more, and then a bunch more. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's Peia. Nice. So a bunch more of the locations for the Aegean side. There we go.
Sparta. Hell yeah. Let's go. Give me Kratos.
We have a bunch of little tokens and everything. So we're not going to go over these right now. In the rulebook rundown, we'll go over what all these tokens stand for and mean.
Sparta's the same on both sides. Okay.
That makes sense, though.
So
Sparta existed in both eras.
Yeah, so Memphis, Oh, so they change?
The Aegean era.
Oh, the Aegean era and the Mediterranean era?
I think so. As the civilization advanced.
Oh, interesting. That's cool.
I assume that's what this is. It's like as the civilization advances.
Yeah. Sweet.
Or maybe you play 2 different eras in the game. You can choose one or the other, similar to like day and night. You just play like early and later.
Cool.
All right, we'll get those punched out shortly. Woo-hoo. Game board will come back to. There we go. Oh, those are hefty.
Nice.
My God. So it's solo, we don't care about.
But if you want to see it.
Oh.
Solo player aid.
This is. Okay.
I like
this makes way more sense now in my head.
Just even taking the time to make this look nice, just say solo player aid.
And it's this is a good card. Yeah, it's nice finish, plastic. Matte finish, yeah. Not matte, yeah, matte finish, yeah.
This gloss.
That was I was like no.
Yeah. It's like a laminate.
Okay, here we have our player aid, and it's a red and a blue side. I kind of like that. So this is super nice. So status check. Here's what you do: turn, and it goes through everything, free actions, game end.
Cool. So you'll probably go through this, reset, blah blah blah, until you get to the game end, and then it clarifies that as
well. So the fact that there was no table of contents in the rulebook might not matter because everything hopefully once you learn the rulebook should be here.
Yeah. Population tile rewards, strategy
it tells you all the different tiles, what they mean.
Rewards, navigation
that's
track,
beautiful.
Military track, mercenary track.
That rulebook rating, regardless how well that rulebook's done, which probably is done pretty well. This is a easy +1 boost.
Very similar to like to Successors. Like Successor has a very good summary of all of its rules on a double-sided, like paper-sized player aid. But even still, like that took some time to figure out to summarize that stuff. You only occasionally have to dip into the rule book for like very random, like, wait, what does this mean again?
And you know who finds those random scenarios? Us. So every time.
Every single time.
And then these, which I thought these were all player aids. Like I was like, wow, how many do we have? These are all of the location aids.
Oh, Jesus.
So let's look at Sparta's there.
Crazy.
So procure, deploy. So these would be based on what's on the board, these are maybe your worker placement spots.
Maybe.
So these are where you would place your workers to be like, here's what you want to do.
So there's still player aids, but specifically for the locations.
But I'm assuming this is on the side of the board if that location.
So Aegean
there's the
side.
Aegean, there's the Mediterranean. It says Med on the other side, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure does.
So I'm assuming this is just next to the board, and it says, okay, if Sparta's on the board, this is there, and then you place your workers here. And like, if I do this one, you can't do that one.
Oh, maybe.
That's what I'm thinking. This because you go through your typical things.
So 1+ repeat step to play on you spend resources relocate units.
And then if you do this, you can So that would be my assumption. I don't know, but I would assume this is like kind of where you can hate draft and be like, I'm going to do this just so you can't.
Yeah, we've definitely done that. We definitely will do that.
Yeah.
Cool. Fun. Yeah. So there's the Mediterranean side, the Aegean side. Yeah. Very cool. Yeah, it's gonna be very cool if mid game, if we're playing through those different phases in time, if that changes, because it's entirely just gonna change potentially what options you have
for sure
in that moment mid game.
Yeah. So we have our color markers for each player.
These are probably the round probably slip into those minis. These little discs probably sit in it to say, hey, I own this city.
Yeah. And then we have a bunch of other stuff here. So it looks like worker with some shovels, some little buildings, pillars. These are most likely all the minis.
Yeah.
So these will probably not be used, and we have the actual minis for them.
Yep. Most likely. Cool.
We have a few little stands there for something else.
There's probably for characters.
Yeah.
Which again, the minis we have most likely for them.
Oh, true. Yep.
Nice. Little score pad. So for end game. Cool.
Yeah, we don't know what any of these mean yet.
Nope.
So you have the 5 player colors on top.
Yep.
One of those is probably territory.
Mm-hmm. That's what this looks like.
Yeah.
It's like a border. And that's some sort of tile. That's probably some sort of maybe a monument, just like a character.
Oh, because monuments was one of the things.
This
maybe
is like a cards. Maybe that's an objective. Maybe we have, and this is like a random. I have no idea. Cool.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Player boards.
These I saw when you took everything off. I like the dual layered player board.
Is the artwork different on all the backs of all of them?
That is the same. Yes.
Yeah.
The color's different.
Yeah, so I was going to be like, how specific per se.
Yeah, but I like this is something that I've looked at for the game's weird design, like this little easy slide in and out slot for things.
I prefer that because then it's not like you're trying to thumb under and then you bend a corner. It's just boom, slide in, slide out.
Boom, 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 boom. Yep. Not giving too much away, like the weapon system.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So we have potentially upgrades. It looks like, and the cost to upgrade to get each of those looks like a one temple of some sort, and then maybe the collection of them, and then the actual town. Because we had the small one temple, then you had the one that was a collection of 4, and then you had the full towns. Maybe what those are. You have your boat, your worker, and your warrior, maybe.
Yeah, and then your pillars.
Or pillars, and then whatever that is.
That would be those city ones.
Oh, right. Okay, that's gonna be your city. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, then maybe only you have one of these, and that's with all of your actions for that city.
That's what makes sense. Yeah.
I was thinking the cities were on the board, and if you visited the city, you could place there. But this makes more sense. So you get most likely, we'll find out shortly.
Yeah.
That you would get a city, and then you have this board next to you to say, here's all your actions. Which I kind of like that. It's not too scattered on this. So this is all about your resources. This is all about your actions.
Very simple. So I could literally probably have this like this in front of you.
That's what I'm assuming.
Yep. Cool. However you choose.
All right. Nice. What else do we got here? So here we have all of our card systems. So we have a scroll here on the back of both of these.
Yep.
So these look like a random deck of cards you'll just have available to you.
So this one here, finish.
You have
always did the linen finish. Spend the extra money.
This stack here is going to be your resources as a character because there looks like to be they're all the same. So you get a blacksmith,
2 blacksmiths, 2 explorers, 2 merchants, 2 sailors, and 2 farmers. Cool artwork again, phenomenal.
So this is probably your base deck that you start with based on each character, and then we have.
Is this the deck building game in some way?
IDK. I have no idea. I just bought it because of the theme. I didn't look. I looked at it. I was like, okay, the quality looks solid. The theme is great. So,
for sure.
Me and Nick buy games very differently. He'll watch playthroughs and whatnot. I'm like, I don't want to know. I'm just gonna pay money.
Well, I'll be like, looks cool. Let me see if it's different enough from anything else that we have, and then, okay. Now let me see if it's really something that I feel like just because they're so expensive that I really want or need, and then that's usually like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna snag that, jump in.
I'll buy 5 games with the exact same theme, but they're just slightly different because it's something I like.
Yeah, like I've gone back and forth on a game called Stars of Heracles, which is a space campaign game because we don't have any campaign game that is like space centric, and this one has space battles. And like you have your character, which you're upgrading, and your ship you can upgrade and stuff. And then they have an exploration phase where you land on a planet. They have cards that you lay out similar to like you would do in like Seven Citadels. Clearly inspiration where you lay a card out. There's points of interest, and then you can choose to keep doing the story thing there, and then hop off and go to a different area, and like you end up in a space battle somewhere else. So that's been on my radar for a minute. It's actually I think it's by Open Owl Studios, same ones that did Mythwind, but haven't committed to it. They just did a second printing of it.
We have a whole second deck here of a bunch of different stuff. So we'll go through some of these in the rulebook rundown, but you have like a spy. So a spy, you may look at another player's hand. So you do have a deck then. I don't know if it's deck building, but you'll have a hand of cards. It looks like each of these that you gain give you different abilities and usefulness.
Cool. Did you show them the monument?
Just briefly.
The monument.
Yeah. So those are the monument cards. It has a little symbol on top.
Yep, and the same one on the bottom. So these must score end game as well. Same matching on the pad.
Yeah.
Some have abilities. This one just says Grand Temple, but a bunch of them have abilities like you see there.
And then we have some specialty cards also as the scoring.
So special monuments.
The Great Pyramids of Giza.
Nice.
So that makes sense.
Golden caps.
And then we have some gods here. So the sun god Ra. Nice. So it has like divine authority. So if you get the gods, you get extra abilities. Looks like here. And potentially infinite ability. I don't want to read what those are though yet.
Cool. So this definitely dips into the Egyptian part of the period as well.
Which would be pretty much the same region.
Yeah, no, I was saying because a lot of times they don't ever like touch the Egyptian part. That they keep it very much Greek.
Greek, yeah.
Stay there.
Which would make sense for like successors because of the time frame. But I think this is old enough where it makes sense.
Yeah.
Hades Town.
Oh, nice.
Orpheus. Eurydice next? No, that would have been awesome.
Have you seen that?
Eurydice? No, that's coming.
Yeah, when it comes, we want to go see it when it comes.
So, my friends in Vegas, we're going to see Hamilton.
Yeah.
We were talking this morning, and back to back here at Contagious, we have Les Mis and then Hades Town.
Oh, hell yeah. Nice.
Neither are in the season tickets. I'm like, I'm not buying the season ticket. That's stupid.
I never do.
I look every time. It's
I do too.
Oh,
it's to sell all the
here's
shows.
The shitty ones, but then you can add on the others. I'm like, I'll just wait.
It's to go and it's the producer they can make money, so you can get a better dollar seeing the crappy ones. But when is Hades Town coming?
I think Les Mis is September. Hades Town's October, maybe.
Nice. That makes sense.
I think it's something like they're both towards the end of the year.
Cool.
Which I have to figure out because I want to go back to New York for Hamilton because
we tried
Leslie Odom's coming back.
Oh, nice. We tried seeing something when we were like out there for like our 2 days with nothing lined up with our time frame, and like Hades Town started I think like it was going right afterwards.
Yeah, I want to see Hades Town so bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, Orpheus, main character from Hades Town. So we have a bunch of gods, goddesses here. We have the Sphinx. It looks like all of them have ability. There's Hades.
Here's the meter.
So looks like you can unlock them doing different things. That's cool.
We're not reading the abilities. I'm just looking at the names. We try not to spoil the abilities of the cards when we're doing the rulebook rundowns or anything as much as possible. We want to be surprised as things come up. I'm just seeing what names we have here.
It looks like it corresponds with all the
Kronos, Greek. Nice.
Yeah. So it's all the Greek. Obviously, this is Greek mythology. So it corresponds with all of the major ones that you know, and the Titans and all of them.
There we go. Atlas, dope. Baby. Iapetos? I don't know what that is. Okeanos?
Yeah, I don't know all these names, but I know a bunch of them.
It's a sea titan, not the sea goddess. Fun.
Yeah,
the Greek period is probably my favorite when it comes to like the polytheistic gods, followed by the Viking era afterwards.
I think mine would be Viking would be third after Roman.
Yeah,
the Romans are Greek's better. No offense, I love the Roman of everything else.
Yeah,
Greek is way better in terms of like what they created with their mythology.
I think the Romans always felt bland to me.
Yeah.
Like
I never got into the Norse and everything. I never, like growing up, I never got into it, but it is cool, like Odin and all of that.
Yeah.
And then we have our arrows. It looks like 3 arrows we play through.
Nice.
And a bunch of different things. So there's 9 of these. It shuffles up. You unlock different things. We don't want to know yet.
Cool. Great. Now what we got in there? Oh, wait, hold on. Jump back. So close. Need it. Perfect. What is this?
Oh, those are just. I have no idea.
Oh, little blank cards or something.
Maybe. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so it looks like it's definitely a very card-centric game, which I like. That's fun. There aren't... I was expecting, for whatever reason, there to be, like, resources for some reason. Like, a thing where you, like, went out and got resources to do this or that, but it's very much a card-centric game, it seems like, to where on the cards, those are probably your resources here. So you can probably use it for the resource or the ability.
Well, kind of like Seven Wonders.
Yep.
Which I kind of... In certain games, I prefer this. Like, there's a lot of games we have where there's just so many resources and so many pieces.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can simplify it and have everything on the card, it just makes it easier for your play setup.
Oh, for sure.
Again, back to Ascendancy, where there's just so many things. There's cards, there's resources, there's coins.
Like, the idea is cool, but there's definitely a way to, like, pull that back a bit. Like, I feel like the 4 separate trays they had, they could have found out a way to put that on, like, just one tray. Anyway, we don't need to divulge back into Ascendancy. We have a review. You can go watch that.
But now, what is our board? And we have double-sided.
Ooh, nice. Player count again, probably. Oh, same circle timer.
Oh, no, Aegean and Mediterranean.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So we'll start with the Aegean side.
So I wonder...
Later or earlier.
I wonder if the gameplay difference is. Interesting.
We'll find out. I might have to go out farther. Nope, actually, that was perfect. Look at that. We've done this before.
There we go.
So down here...
We have set these views up very specifically.
Down here we have Aegean. Other side has Mediterranean. You can see the color. It's going to be listed there because it would flip this way. That's kind of cool how it rolls over the board.
These must be the tracks for each of our civilizations.
Yeah. So...
Boom, boom, boom. So based on the character... Oh, no, never mind.
No, these are just...
6. Never mind. That's wrong.
Yeah, so this is just 5, maybe independent cities. They're just on the board to start with.
Yeah, there's 6 of them, for sure.
Yeah, so then we have the little symbols up here for something. We have...
Monuments.
The monuments and the other... That's the other deck here. That one.
Oh, yeah.
So the gods maybe? And people... Or no, the gods. These are just the degenerate cards.
Mm-hmm.
The god cards would probably go up here, because that symbol matches this right here.
Some sort of turn tracker of sorts.
Yeah, to go through the ages. And then you have all your different districts, as you can see across the board.
Yeah, they're all outlined in a different color.
You have ports that you can potentially... There's your boats. You can travel from port to port.
And you'll see this color matches up to its region on the board as well.
If you take over the whole region... Maybe. Because each color has like 3 pieces.
Mm-hmm.
So if you take over the whole region, then whatever the ability is here, maybe you unlock that ability.
Maybe. Or maybe when you're in this region, that's just what you can do.
No.
Additionally.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know.
Let's
Who knows?
Boom, Mediterranean side. So similar outside scheme.
We're stupid.
What?
They're not ages. They're like the locations. We're so dumb.
The
Aegean Sea and the Mediterranean Sea.
Oh, it's the 2 sides of the empire. I saw Aegean. My first thought in my mind was Aegean Sea too. So it's the 2 sides.
You know history so much more than I do that I didn't even like in my mind. That's what I thought initially, but I was like, maybe he's right. I don't know.
Because obviously, as time went on, territory names and things changed. Yeah. So I thought it was like, okay, they called it the Aegean era, and that was the territory names, and then they had the Mediterranean era, and that was. But this makes sense.
But Sparta doesn't change because Sparta touches both of them.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, Sparta just existed forever too.
Yeah.
But okay, that makes sense. So we have Hellas. Okay.
That's cool. So purely it's just what regions you want to play in.
Yeah, so this
and it changes
is
up.
more the Greek side because Greek touches the Mediterranean.
Hellespont.
Yeah. So this is kind of cool, though.
This is successors right here. That's it. A little bit more off the board, too.
Yeah, that way. And there's Phoenike.
Yep.
From,
there it is. Yep.
Cool. All right.
Fun.
So let's flip this back over, and then we'll start on this side. Most likely. I don't know. Oh, I like this side better to start. We'll hop into a rulebook rundown here in a moment.
Mm-hmm. All right, everyone. Well, let me get that out of the way. Yep, got it. Ooh, gotta show you this. You want to put it back down? That's some great inner box art.
Oh, that's cool.
Just all the gods and monsters.
And they're all around the sides, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This reminds me of like the Sistine Chapel.
Yeah.
Looking up.
That's probably what they were going for, a similar thing they're going for.
Or actually, when am I going to Rome? The Fountain of the Gods at Caesar's Palace. Stuff like that, where like you look in and you're like, okay, here is everything.
Cool. All right.
All right.
All right, everyone. Well, that is a unboxing of Pillars of Heracles. A lot of fun stuff, a lot of cool stuff. Rulebook is dense, but it honestly doesn't seem that complicated component-wise, which is nice.
Yes. I think the rulebook's just going to deeply go into what all these cards mean and do. Like we saw in the player aid, there's a lot of symbols.
Yeah.
And it tells you, at least on the player aid, all of them.
Yeah.
So it'll be nice to have the player aid here as we go through the rulebook to be like, okay, what's called out, and then what is just extra information. But the last like 4 pages is solo. We don't care about right now. So I think we can go through this rulebook pretty quickly and easily understand what's going on.
Absolutely.
Plus, after playing Successors and other war games, it kind of just
there's a lot of mechanics. There's a lot of mechanics that kind of that carry over between like resource management or like even Successors. You had the dual card thing where you could use it for the points at the top or use it for the effect
the OP and the
when you played them and everything. So I'm sure it'll be very similar. I'm sure it's partially inspired by such as well. So cool. Alrighty, well, we will have a video up on YouTube for that rulebook rundown and the gameplay as well. There'll be separate videos, even though we're probably going to do one just long stream with both of them on Twitch. But if you do want to join us for our live streams, we do stream on Twitch every Thursday at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, every time.
You always do. I don't think I've ever done
that. And around 1 p.m. on Saturdays, Pacific Standard Time.
Yeah.
It's because Standard comes after, so like the...
Sure.
You know?
But yeah, here in May, though, if you're wondering, hey, what's next?
Yeah, what's the theme?
Our theme is, and we don't know exactly when this video will be live on YouTube, but across May, come check out. We'll be doing solo games where we play one game as a solo. So like Nick will start off the game. I have to just sit here and say interesting.
Yeah. Interesting in board talk is that was a dumb move.
And we go back and forth. So like he'll play a turn or a round or whatever, and then I'll go and back and forth. And we'll do a bunch of those. And then on Saturdays, we have Isofarian Guard we're still working on. We'll be digging into Dragon Eclipse, which we've been waiting for.
Yep. Should be able to get to that at some point.
And then there'll probably be a week where Bombastic is on with Bald doing Mythwind.
Yeah, we'll definitely find another long stream day on the weekend as well to marathon Vampire Masquerade chapters with the two guys again. So we'll try to find one weekend to do that because we'll make that a long one where we just start or a little bit earlier than we typically do on a Saturday and just go into the evening just like last time.
Yeah.
I think that worked out well. We have something to plug in the microphone now, so that won't die on us, and that's the case. But yeah, definitely, I'm excited for Dragon Eclipse. I'm excited to continue Isofarian Guard. It's been almost 2 months.
Yeah, we have one chapter left
of campaign 1.
Campaign 1, yeah.
Yep. And then after that, we're gonna pretty much focus on probably Dragon Eclipse to get a good chunk of that done.
I'll have to check status updates and everything, but I'm hoping. Yeah, I think in the middle of the summer we should have Odalin.
Yeah,
which is a big dungeon builder, which looks cool, but we have other games that have looked cool and haven't worked out for campaigns. I think we're hitting like 500, like 50-50 for every campaign game we've had. We've had great ones, and we've had, this is shit.
You definitely have. We have Tidal Blades we haven't jumped into yet.
Heroes of the Reef.
That one as well, which is the more easygoing one. So probably what we'll try to do when we do campaign games, if we have 2 going at the same time, is we'll probably try to do one that's like a more of a super heavy kind of theme and stuff, and then one that's more of that lighter theme. It seems like that's work out pretty well.
Yeah, I
for
think
us.
Dragon Eclipse is more that lighter theme, fun, colorful.
Yeah, Dragon Eclipse definitely is. Tidal Blades is definitely that. Heavier theme. It seems like Odalin, Kings of Ruin is definitely going to be that heavier theme as well.
Yeah, stay tuned on our Instagram for what all of our upcoming games are. Yes. And anytime we're going to cons coming up this year.
Yeah, we're definitely trying to have a presence there this year for sure.
Yeah,
so
you'll see some pics of us hanging out with some others, playing games. If you've seen our past this year, we just did Ring of Chaos with Beetle and Grimm.
A guild hall.
I keep thinking Rings of Chaos. I'm like, that's not the word. No, Ring of Chaos, singular ring, with Beetle and Grimm here locally in LA. Yep. So hang out with us. If you're in LA, come meet us at some of these events. If not, comment on our post and let us know what games you want to see us play.
Absolutely. We're always willing to spend the money.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Tune in for our rulebook rundown and for our playthrough of Pillars of Heracles. This was an unboxing of that. I'm Bald.
I'm Bored.
We will see you in the Aegean Sea.